And so it's a good thing to incorporate the new people in our lives, into our plans and into our projects. And yet at the end of the day, it's just a building, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's just. I mean, I don't say just in a negative sense. There's a lot of intelligent elements to a building and its design, but at the end of the day, it's doors, windows, roof, materials, bricks, wood, inanimate objects. It is the people that give it animation, not the place itself. Um, there are people in Indonesia who are happy living in wooden shacks on the beach with branches stopping the rain coming in. Um, and in parts of, I don't know where I said there's people in parts of the world, China, Africa, Indonesia, um, that very much live like that, and they have few, if no, objects in their home because they don't need the objects in their home. They don't. They don't need. They got a bowl and a spoon and a knife and a fork and access to clean water and a cup and um, maybe they don't even have a shirt, or maybe they have one shirt. They're happy. Maybe it's a different kind of happiness. I guess you could argue that, um, but they're happy because the more things we have around about us, the more shit we have to worry about. I present that in a sort of negative way, although it's not always negative. It's not negative to have things and to curate and care for things and to collect things and look after them. Those are not negative things. Um, but each thing we have is a worry. Each thing we have
Mm.
is a responsibility. And some people are comfortable being surrounded by thousands of things, and some people not. And it's not the thing, it's what the thing means to you that matters, right? Because I had a friend once, and she was in her kitchen, and she was doing the washing up, and she had a bowl, and she dropped the bowl, and the bowl smashed on the ground. And my friend just broke down into tears. It's uncontrollable, right? She was in hysterics because this bowl broke. And I was like, and to me, I was standing there watching this like, what the fuck? It's a bowl. There's hundreds of thousands of bowls in the world. And I was like, what's the problem? It's just a bowl. And she was like, well, it's not it's not just a bowl to me. It's more than that. It was given to her by somebody, and it had a it she had it was her everyday breakfast bowl that she used, and she had a real strong emotional connection to the bowl. Um, and so it's not the object; it's the emotions that we connect to the object that matters, and and so it's about how we perceive the value within the things around about us that affect our relationships. And I I think that it's good to recognize the value and appreciate it and take care of the things that are valuable to us and our partner. And I also think that judgment creates distance. And what I mean by that is, in order to see something objectively, you need to stand back from it. Now, theoretically, in a court of law, the judge is distant from everything that's going on, so that the judge can stand back and make an objective decision that needs to be made. If there's no distance there, then that can't be done objectively. And so when we judge, we create distance. It's about both of you. You can't have one without the other. Right? I mean, to understand the nature of an embrace requires two people. Right? It It requires understanding of the connectivity and feelings on both sides. What you talked about was very important, the ability to recognize and understand what it is or what is happening that a lot of people are going to miss because most people don't dive deep. They stay near the surface because it's in the shallow waters it's safer. The deeper emotions are far more complex and far more painful for a lot of people to go through. And that's why when we recognize problems with our partners, it's just my opinion that partners should go through some kind of therapy together to help them with that, where they sit down with a therapist that they trust and or someone that they trust, and they allow this person to help them mediate through the problem, because it is a problem and it does, and maybe it has a resolution and maybe it doesn't have a resolution. Maybe you can change it, maybe you can't change it. And it's so complex.